Latinos, Immigration, and the American Dream. And today our speaker is Professor Adrian Burgos. Before introducing our head table, I would like to inform you of the following. I invite you all to take a look at the announcements on the tables and at your seats for complete series schedules for the Friday Forum and Know Your University programs. Next week, please join us on Monday, October 18th at 7 p.m. in the chapel, where we will continue our reading discussion series entitled Faith and Food Justice. On Tuesday, October 12th at noon in Latzer Hall, we will host Director of the Native American Cultural House, Irvin Harrison, and he will discuss diversity, education, and inclusion through the local and global perspectives and developments to the Cultural House under his leadership. On Thursday, October 7th at 5:30 p.m., we will continue our Global Lens art film series with the film Leo's Room. And next Friday at noon, Friday Forum will host Professor Brian Gaines from the Department of Political Science and Institute of Government and Public Affairs, and he will discuss potential outcomes to the 2010 general elections nationwide and in Illinois. We hope you are able to attend these upcoming events. We would like to thank our series co-sponsors for financially supporting this program. A list of these campus and community organizations is found on our series postcard. We thank them for their consistent support. Sign language interpreters are available for any speaker in the series if the YMCA is contacted before 3 p.m. on the Tuesday prior to the Friday lecture. If you have any questions, please contact the front desk at 337-1500. Friday Forum is rebroadcast on WEFT 90.1 Community Radio on Mondays from 6 to 7 p.m. For this reason, we ask that if you have questions or comments, to speak clearly into the microphone. If you would like to order an audio and or visual copy of today's talk, please contact the Y front desk. And after the presentation, we will begin our question and answer period using the remote microphone to field questions. Please wait to ask your questions until you have been given the microphone because of the radio rebroadcast. If you need to leave during the presentation, please feel free to discreetly slip out. At this time, I would like to introduce the people at our head table. We have Isabel Molina Guzman, the director of the Latino Studies Program. Aaron Johnson Ortiz, the UCIMC AmeriCorps representative and the University YMCA Community Engagement Coordinator. Emma Guzman, member of La Colectiva. Christian Ramirez, student staff member of La Casa Cultural House. We have the executive director of the University YMCA, Mike Doyle. And now I would like to hand over the microphone to Aaron to introduce our guest speaker.
Adrian Burgos Jr. is an associate professor at the University of Illinois who specializes in U.S. Latino history, urban history, immigration history, and race and ethnic studies. His research is concerned with the intersections of race, nation, and culture between the United States and the Spanish-speaking Americas. In 2007, the University of California Press published his book, Playing America's Game, Baseball, Latinos, and the Color Line, that examines the impact of the incorporation of Latinos in U.S. professional baseball had on baseball's color line and racial understandings locally and transnationally. The Latin American Studies Association selected Playing America's Game for its inaugural Latina Book Award in 2007, and the Society of American Baseball Researchers named it a finalist for the Seymour Medal for the Best Baseball History or Biography in 2007. He is also a co-editor with Gina Perez and Frank Curidi on Beyond the Barrio, Everyday Life in Latino America, NYU Press, October 2010. I assume that's right now. So congratulations. An anthology that examines various dimensions of Latino struggles in the United States. His academic writings have appeared in Centro, Journal of the Center of Puerto Rican Studies, Journal of American Ethnic History, Journal of Sport and Social Issues, Journal of Negro History, and Social Text. Currently, he is completing Pomp and His Circumstances, the baseball life story of Alex Pompes, a Harlem numbers king, a biography of Alejandro Alex Pompes, an Afro-Cuban American who was a Harlem numbers banker and a Negro League baseball team owner and later a Major League scout who largely was responsible for the introduction of Latino talent into the Negro Leagues, and later Major League Baseball. Scheduled for May 2011 publication by Hill and Wang, the biography argues that it was precisely Pumpes's identification as someone who was black and Latino, U.S.-born, yet a transnational subject that shaped how he approached the sporting world of baseball and the numbers. Indeed, it was from the intersection of being black and brown that we can draw multiple lessons from as scholars of race, place, and nation in the Americas. Please join me in welcoming Adrian Burgos.
Stop for thunder. I can stop for technical issues. Well, thank you all for coming this afternoon. The title of the talk is Playing for the Dream. And what I sought to do in this talk is to combine my typical presentations on the incorporation of Latinos more directly with issues of immigration and the idea of the American dream. In particular, when we often think of the American dream, something that immigrants aspire to, the inclusion into the fabric of American life. And baseball has a particular history within that story. For a long time, ethnic Americans, whether they be Irish or Italians, saw their heroes enter into the sport and celebrated the rise of a Slide Kelly Slide, King Kelly, or Joe DiMaggio, Hank Greenberg. And they saw that inclusion within the national game as indicative of their achievement of American identity and even the American dream. So what I hope to do through this talk today is show the ways in which Latinos have gained access into the national pastime, yet the terms under which that access occurs, the treatment within that process of inclusion